profitrading.com. We're going to take a look at Apple stock here. This is a monthly chart, and made this strong rally, and bulls and bears put in a buy signal. And it really had, even though we've had this sharp correction, it's never put in a sell signal on the monthly. So really, I think the major trend is still up for Apple. Again, it depends on the general market. If the general market keeps rallying, then I think Apple has probably at a low and will probably trade higher. But it just depends on the general market. But I think Apple's a good one to keep an eye on here. Okay, look at the 14-month stochastic is oversold. That's the place correction lows will often come in. So now I'll take a look at the weekly chart here. Oh, another thing I was going to show you is this Fibonacci. If you put a Fibonacci on that swing up on the monthly time frame, the correction low is coming in right at 50%, right on the dot, almost at 50%. That's a Fibonacci number to be looking for a correction to come in at. So Fibonacci looks like a correction's coming in. Weekly chart, it's hard to tell a lot from the weekly chart because we've had the strong down move, so naturally the weekly chart looks bearish. But there is something on here that's pretty interesting. Is if you see this area here was kind of a consolidation area, and when resistance gets broken through, then it becomes support. So I would consider this a resistance area right here that got broken through for the big move up, and now now Apple's finding support there. And if you look at the stochastics, that's the 14-week stochastics. The stochastics shows the momentum's up right now. So I basically think this low right in here is the low for Apple. And even if it's not like, again, I just take this day by day and week by week. I'm not saying Apple's going to go up and make a new high, even though it certainly could. What these markets do always surprise people. But even if it's just a big counter trend rally, it could go up to like $600 a share or something. So this could just be a counter trend correction in the larger downtrend now if Apple started a larger downtrend, or Apple could trade up to new highs from here. There's certainly nothing saying that it can't. Go to the daily chart, and we got a bulls and bears buy, which is good, and these are the trend lines off the weekly chart, so they come over to the daily. Now we've made this first push up off the low, and we got the bulls and bears buy, and now it's correcting down, which again, that's just all normal action. And what I'll be looking to do for my premium newsletter pretty much is just wait for a higher test of the low. If it makes a higher test of the low, if it keeps trading lower and it breaks this last low, then there's no trade. But if it comes down here and gets in this Fibonacci area here, 423, 425, about 415 to 425, say it was right in that Fibonacci area, right around 50%. And if it gets down in here and then it starts trading higher, I'll be looking to buy, because I'll say that's a higher test of the low, and this market is heading lower, or excuse me, higher. So Apple's a good one to keep an eye on right now. The monthly time frame is a 50% correction. The weekly time frame, it kind of looks like the counter trend correction might be over. And the daily time frame has made a strong bull move, and it's on a bulls and bears buy, and it's making a test of the low, which they almost always do. So this is not uncommon. This isn't saying, oh, Apple's found a top here. And again, of course, anything's possible, but right now I'm looking at it more like this is the first bull swing up, and this is going to be a Fibonacci retracement, and then Apple's going to continue higher. So that's a little special report on Apple. I'll be putting this one in my premium newsletter if everything plays out the way I think it's gonna. Let me throw one more indicator on there. I always follow these trading bands. And see, right now it's moved above the bands here. Take that Fibonacci off, and you can see it trades above the bands. Now, one thing I've mentioned a number of times for anybody that follows my work is that when the first move off the low, when it comes down here, even if it goes below the bands, I don't consider that a sell signal. Normally when it starts moving below the bands is a sell signal, but usually this first move up and then the first move down is so sharp that it will come below the bands. So again, if it gets down in this area where that Fibonacci support comes in and it's below the bands, I still consider this on a buy signal as far as the bands are concerned. So that's just a little trick there. So thanks for listening to my video. Greatly appreciate it. Jim with ProfitTrading.com.